37 seconds of opening logos. Also, why isn't the Columbia girl holding a neuralizer so that she can erase the audience's memory that they paid to see this movie? This arms locker contains way better weapons than any guard decides to arm themselves with during a prison break.
Obadiah Price.
Oh no, Obadiah Price just got killed, and we were just getting to appreciate his dry sense of humor. After having seen Boris kill a bunch of people and now in possession of an extremely dangerous weapon, the guards decide not to shoot Boris on sight when he comes blasting through this door.
Sorry, darling.
If she'd have been a Spice Girl, he'd have saved her. Okay, so Boris has successfully broken out of prison. Now how the hell does he plan to get from the moon to the Earth?
I'm not even sure that's meat. I think I just saw a tooth in that thing.
Will Smith is addicted to falafel meat. Is it a sin that Rip Torn isn't in this one, or is it more of a sin to break into banks late at night while wasted? Ladies and gentlemen, Oscar winner Emma Thompson. Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Damn.
Remember the 90s when Will Smith said damn like that? We all laugh. Is Jay eating french fries in the Chinese restaurant? That's a dining faux pas. Sanchez jersey. Members only jacket. The same spiky projectiles that earlier blasted open the very metal chains at the Lunar Max prison can now be stopped by a door. Why would the super secret MIB transport this large alien fish out in the open like this? Does the driver have a neuralizer that he's just continually firing off as he drives so that all the people who see the alien will also forget it? Also, didn't Will Smith rip out that fish's guts and kill it? How is that thing flapping around? Jay's suit is all wet from the alien fish guts, but by the time he gets back to headquarters, he's dry as a bone. This is a funny sight gag, but the character Jay is presented now in 3 films would never hang this on his bedroom wall for any reason at all. Dial tone after hanging up cliche. Also, Agent J would probably not even be an agent anymore without Agent K, and wouldn't even remember Agent K at all. That's just for starters.
Can I help you?
Once again, time travel in movies only affects one person.
Mommy, the president is looking my middle.
That kid is a racist. Why do we assume that the whole world has changed, but Agent J doesn't get any new memories? Jay walks past this interesting group of people, but in the next shot, they're completely gone.
Who is K? I mean, who is he to you?
No, you didn't. You clearly asked who was K like you didn't know who he was talking about.
See, the prerequisite for a joke is that it be funny.
Clearly, advice the screenwriters did not take themselves.
Temporal fracture headaches.
I might accept this explanation for Agent J being the only person who can remember the old world, but that would be all too convenient now, wouldn't it?
Put up the ArcNet.
Why would Boris go back to 1969, kill Agent K, and then wait 43 years to attack Earth? Why wouldn't Boris just go ahead and kill this guy and keep time travel away from anyone else who might want to use it? You know, in case someone wanted to go back and prevent him from changing the timeline?
Whoa, okay, I had to. That dude's a freak.
Okay, why does this remember the other timeline?
I want to know when and where you sent him.
Dude, you know where. Even if he decided to vacation in Cancun for 2 weeks, the guy went to Cape Canaveral in July 1969 and killed Kay. This log of Boris's time travel activities should not exist now that Boris has time traveled and changed history. Also, Jeffrey keeps a sensitive logbook out in the open on his counter for what reason again?
A little blip on the historical radar. Oh, that's a big blip.
Again, how do you know? 11 other people and aliens went back in time and nothing else has changed at all? One guy went back to 1565 to what? Kill the 1-year-old William Shakespeare?
No, I mean really high.
Well, not really. This asshole Acko Bradley, he jumped off Penn Station.
Word of advice.
Will Smith disappears completely in this angle. We should at least be able to see his shoulder.
1969 wasn't the best time for your people. I'm just saying. It's like a lot cooler now.
Well, unless you're wearing a hoodie in Florida. Why would the time travel device return him to the top of the Chrysler building? Like, what would have happened if he had jumped to a time that had no Chrysler building? Would the device have deposited him several hundred feet in the air to free fall to his death? Necco wafers. Why does Boris even stop here? So that extremely cliched characters from 1969 can admire his bike and get freaked out when he laughs? No sunglasses in this shot, but Agent J finds a way to put sunglasses on before the neuralizer goes off in this shot.
Standard issue neuralizer, but you're not going to remember that.
Why wouldn't they? Didn't you just tell them that's what it was? Do they only remember what you instruct them to remember?
That's when I met her.
Wasn't Kay married before? I mean, it's not unusual to fall in love with someone else or anything, but does his wife exist?
He must deploy the ArcNet as he did before. There's no other way.
Oh, so this is the one thing that has to go exactly the same. Agent J and the future Boris have probably caused so many changes in the future by now, but who gives a shit? Why didn't he just do this with the original MPs that found him and save some time? Just going on my own experience with old TVs, that goldfish has got to be boiling.
See why I recruited you.
You good man.
You didn't recruit him last time because he was a good man, you recruited him because he ran down a cephalopod on foot. Boris throws Agent J to the one spot where he won't die. Like literally a few feet in any other direction and Jay is dead and Boris can win. Wait, what? They time traveled back a few seconds earlier, but then there's no other versions of themselves up here doing the fight from a few seconds earlier? Why doesn't Boris also remember that he just went back in time and realize he needs to change the attack pattern from before? This thing is just gonna stay right here throughout all the vibrations of a f***ing rocket launch? I guess it is.
I know a top-secret organization that could use a man like you.
Are you kidding me? All this guy did was let you into the rocket. Like, that's it. And it was, like, really criminal of him to do it. So what exactly do you see in this guy? What, did James's dad participate and take your kid to work day on the day of the Apollo 11 mission? Seems like a dangerous area to keep your kid during a f***ing rocket launch, especially in a hot car on the beach. Who the f*** is even watching this kid? How the f*** is he able to hear this conversation from so far away? The ocean is loud, you know? Helpful guy from the past turns out to be the father of the main character from the future cliché. Oh, come on. Seriously? Agent K didn't know anything about James until he tracked down an alien on foot in the first Men in Black. Now we're supposed to believe that he knew about him all along? And don't give me any of that it's because the space-time continuum bull, because remember Jeffrey's words, you were there. So this is the way it originally happened.
Really, I just want to say thank you.
Yes, thank you for erasing every memory I ever had of my father. Also, sci-fi comedy action film turns into a f***ing Nicholas Sparks movie at the end.
This is my new favorite moment in human history.
What, the end of the film? There goes HBO again.
You complete me.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.